let us have some fun. Got it there. Hit the done button there. And let me just hit the got it here also. Pretty sure hit that got it button. All righty. Back to that behind me, right? All righty, you all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at northwest of Nexum, and I am here with my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased, and he is
Islam. It is our Moab Bey, all rights reserved.
Yay, yay. All righty, man. Look, guys, this is going to be straight to the point. It's going to be brief. At least on Instagram, it's going to be brief. We were just giving our supreme honors to Prophet Noble Ali, as always. And we're going to go over the invocation in terms of Moorish American prayer, as well as the 2 letters to be read in every meeting. You guys want to catch the rest of this? All righty. Come on over to YouTube, to Seven Hills Star, All Rights Reserved YouTube channel. And you guys can come and see the rest of our Impromptu Improv, AstroCivics constitutional analysis, all right? So we're analyzing that constitution pertaining to 1774 that Prophet Noble Ali had mentioned in the Divine Warning. So today you will see us bring up portions of the Divine Warning, okay? This actually kind of been bubbling in our minds just a little bit because what we've been doing, I know we're usually earlier on the Friday. We come a lot earlier. We really enjoy the mornings way more. However, we've been really deep in our AstroCivics studies. We've been really just traveling all across the world as far as looking at the said so-called laws pertaining to different jurisdictions, all righty, that may be or may not be occupying the land. So with that being said, I am my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased, Brother Hasan Bey. And shortly after, probably some of our other brothers for Seven Hills Star Astrology firm will be joining us. However, guys, we're just going to go right and enjoy ourselves. Share this out, you know, allow yourselves to share it out. Maybe I should share it out just a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. I just leave it there, man. We're just going to do our thing, man. I don't want to waste any time. So we're going to do our invocation in. So what I'm going to do here for the YouTube portion, right? Share the screen there and bring up the Divine Constitution and Bylaws. All right. And just for the sheer fact, showing our invocation. And I know this particular one says the Divine Constitution of Moorish America. However, when I first seen it, it's either the Divine Constitution and Bylaws for the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, Moorish Science Temple of America, it would also say. So I'm going to say for my heart of hearts overall, it is for the Moorish Divine and National Movement, all righty? So I'm bringing this forth here to show our illustrious Prophet Noble Ali standing there handsomely in his Moorish Sharif's fez, standing due guard on his square. And just below his feet there, we see the Moorish American prayer. All right, we're going to read that there, all right, and enjoy ourselves seeing this. So, Brother R, I know we didn't discuss it, but how you want to do this, man? You want to go 1, 2, 3, IUI, or 1, 2, 3, UIU? Ye, pardon me, ye, I, ye.
You can do the prayer. I'll do the first letter.
All right. That's a bet. So, guys, we're going to all stand, all righty, as Prophet Noble Ali is standing as far as his feet are concerned. However, we will have our 5 appendages on our left hand fully extended, and the index and the middle appendage on the right going to face directional east, which is symbolic to going within. You guys go and check the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary by Charles Fillmore. East denotes within. So as we go within and facing within, we stand with 5 on the left, 2 on the right, and I'm going to yield the floor as we repeat after beloved brother Hasan Bey. And I yield the floor, Brother Ara Islam.
Okay, you want me to do it? I said you could do the prayer. I'll do the first letter.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was the other way around. Okay, I will do the prayer. Then you guys can repeat after me, either aloud or in your heart. All righty, repeat after me. All righty. Islam.
Islam.
Islam. Islam. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe,
Father of love,
Father of love,
truth,
truth,
peace,
peace,
freedom,
freedom,
and justice.
and justice.
Allah is my protector,
Allah is my protector,
my guide,
my guide,
and my salvation.
and my salvation.
By night
By night
and by day.
and by day.
To his holy prophet,
To his holy prophet,
noble Drew Ali.
noble Drali.
Ameen. Islam, you all. Islam, Islam. Thank you so much. We're going to now bring up on our screen share, and maybe I'll just at least hold the phone here. All righty, for the purposes of everyone being able to see here, right? Let me just bring it on up first. All right. Turn this around and then we shall bring it on up. And both the letters to be read in every meeting. The first one, alrighty. This is from the Administrative Functions, Moorish Holy Temple of Science, Administrative Functions, pages 84 and 85 there. Alrighty. And this is the following letter. Alrighty. The following is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drali on the 18th day of January, 1928, Anno Domini. He commanded it be read before every meeting. All right. And Brother Muawiyah Bey is going to read this letter to be read for every meeting. All right. Starting from the top, my beloved brother, Mama, please, I yield the floor to you. Islam.
Islam. Moorish Science Temple of America, Home Office, 3603 Indiana Avenue. Noble Drew Ali, founder, Chicago, Illinois, January 18, 1929. To be proclaimed in every meeting. Dear brother Islam, I am glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy about me in the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as an American citizen, they are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and uplifting funds, the ones that pay their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance, and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finance as badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my fame and nobility. The nations of the world will not recognize the Moorish movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration to represent the Moorish Divine and National Movement, and I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause. Prophet Noble Ali.
Islam, bro. Islam. And next, the second letter to be read in every meeting. This is from the Moorish literature, excerpts from the Moorish Guide newspaper. We're here on pages 12 and 13, and both the books that we're reading are from rvbaypublications.com. And again, handsomely standing there in his Moorish Sharif vest and dugard on his 45, that is, Prophet Noble Drew Ali in his Abba. All right, and the second letter to be read in every meeting, I am to commence. All righty, here we go. Divine warning by the prophet. And this is not the divine warning is what we're going to read soon, which you guys will see. I will bring up. All righty, because we're going to go over the portion of the divine warning where Prophet Noble Drew Ali says the 14th and 15th Amendment are not for the salvation of our people. So we're going to look at that also. So here we go. All right. Greetings, good mother. Divine warning by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your card at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and obey the law is laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. By order of the prophet Noble Drew Ali. So we have that there, guys. And this is what we'll be going in on. Let me come back here. Boom, right? There is a divine warning. Again, this is from rvbaypublications.com. A divine warning by the prophet for the nations. Stand there. All right, so yeah, that's kind of what I am looking at here. Let me see, maybe I can make this brighter. Let me actually make this look brighter so you guys can see that, right? All right, so a divine warning by the prophet for the nations. And I already have a portion highlighted on the second page right here. And this is what I really wanted to go in on. Do you want to read that, beloved brother?
Sure. You mind zooming in just a little?
Indeed, I can actually zoom in a whole bunch.
All right. The word Negro deludes to the Latin language, my apologies. The word Negro deludes in the Latin language to the word nigger, the same as the word colored deludes to anything that is painted, varnished, and dyed. And every nation must bear a national descent name of their forefathers, because honoring thy fathers and thy mothers, your days will be lengthened upon this earth. These names have never been recognized by any true American citizen of this day. Through your free national name, you are known and recognized by all nations of the earth that are recognized by said national government in which they live. The 14th and 15th Amendments brought the North and South in unit, placing the Southerners who were at that time without power with the constitutional body of power. And at that time, 1865, the free national constitutional law that was enforced in 1774 declared all men equal and free. And if all men are declared by the free national constitution to be free and equal, since that constitution has never been changed, there is no need for the application of the 14th and 15th Amendments for the salvation of our people and citizens.
Very interestingly, right? Before I yield here on Instagram and we continue to go in, again from rvbaypublications.com, right? I have here the Articles of Association, right? Because what we're really going to do, we're going to bring up a chart on this because I have a chart already ready, right? You see, it was in Congress, Philadelphia, October 20th, 1774. And the chart for that is right here. Very interesting to see this chart and for us to be inspired to go in on this at this time, right? Just to really see what it is that we got going on here. All righty. And just to see, like, man, How Saturn is exalted in Libra at 2 degrees. Venus is about to have a Venus return. So even when I hit two charts, look, man, looky, Astro Cookie, how Venus is conjunct Saturn. So transiting Venus is conjunct the Articles of Association 1774 Saturn, man. And it's just like, bro, we get these inspirations that we get, and then we go and check charts, and it's like, man, no wonder we are inspired to share these things. So not only is Venus is there where it was during this time, right? What else do we have returning there? Soon we'll see Uranus will be in Gemini, and I'm going to say in about 3.5 years or so or less. Then you also see that there's a Pluto return on this thing too, right? Mm-hmm. So get to actually witness a Pluto return, right? Because Pluto does its thing, goes 360 every approximately 248 years. All right. So guys, this is something to, to really behold and look at here, guys. Very, very, very beautiful to put our eyes on here, bro. All right. So with that being said, let's get on back to
Jupiter and Taurus in the 4th, expansion of agriculture practices at home. I see a lot of, I think, yeah, that's crazy. It was probably doing a whole lot of agricultural work at that time. The land was so fertile, as George Washington was explaining to His Highness, the Emperor of Morocco, right? The people pertaining to Morocco. Yeah.
The people, actually, because we're clear that the Emperor is a people and not a singular being, actually. Right. But the Luna is actually in its exaltation sign with the benefic Jupiter. That's like,
that's yeah. They were taking advantage of some fertile land.
It's just amazing to behold and actually look and analyze this chart here, man. It's like, whoa, like Joey Lawrence, whoa type energy. So let's get back to the document that was, the end of the document lets us know that it was in Congress, right? Philadelphia, October 20 of 1774, right? Signed, Peyton Randolph, president. Peyton Randolph, president of the Continental Congress. Look at that. Continental Congress, which means, has anybody ever heard of Peyton Randolph? Because I could have sworn they were trying to say it was like there's a George Washington of some sort and all this other crap. It's like, I don't know. We got to see this, because I know the Continental Congress existed before what people think exists now. So just a little timelining to go back and check. However, let's actually get back beginning of this document, right? We're going to zoom in here and look at the Articles of Association. And guys, you can download this from rvbaypublications.com. Also, it's a free download. All right. I actually, put a post together today within the jurisprudence gym, right? And posted all of them: the Articles of Association, the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, and the North American Republic Constitution for the United States for America. All right. So you guys want to catch the rest of this? Come on over to our YouTube channel at 7 Hillstar All Rights Reserved YouTube channel. I'm going to yield the floor here on Instagram. All right, guys. And thank you so much for joining us. Peace and love to all you Moors, right? It's great. Put a little bit too much of the shea butters on. I just ain't want to be all dry looking. It's all looking like that. Well, maybe it's the lights also. You know what I'm saying? Just maybe. But anyhow, sir. With that being said, you all, thank you so much for joining us on this Holy Degree. Happy Holy Venus Degree to you all. You guys want to check the rest of this presentation? Like I said, we're simultaneously live, not just on Instagram, we're live on YouTube. So come to 7 Hillstar. All right, just go to YouTube, type 7 Hillstar, and you'll see that we are live. we're going to continue this here, right? And we're going to be brief on a few things. Just really the main thing is just to kind of analyze this, do a constitutional analysis via the astrology to really see, like, let's see what's in this document, and then let's see what we see on the charts. And then we're going to go on and, probably get a little victuals, maybe, bro, a little victuals, some power up victuals, and go into, this is class 19. Is this class 19? No. Class 22. I have 36 classes pertaining to 7hillstar.com astrology firms. Impromptu Improv presents the AstroLiteracy Comprehension Conference. And again, we've been doing it every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday since 12th August 2022. And it will be complete on the 30th October 2022. And we're still allowing people to come in and test it out to see what it's like. See if you can further your interest into astrology. All righty, because we are actually doing the work sincerely. And we do have videos archived that you can actually transact for. All right, to get your hands on that. So Brother Kevin, peace with greetings, happy holy degree to you also. So guys, come on over to YouTube, 7hillstar YouTube. Come see the rest of the presentation because we're about to go in on the rest of this. All righty, so just wanted to do our holy day brief here. Right? Oh, you had to get a new phone. Well, man, congratulations on that, man. Interesting. I know it kind of happens during Mercury retrograde, and now since it's it'll be direct on the second at 0507 minutes, Eastern, which is 5:07 anti-meridian Eastern. All right, so it's pretty awesome. So come on over to 7hillstar, All Rights Reserved YouTube channel. See you guys there as we continue to go in on this. All right. So I'm going to say I and Brother R. Muawade are saying namaste, namaste, namaste.
Wow.
Islam to you all on Instagram. Peace. All righty, broski. I'll come back to that, right? And let me go here to the YouTubers, right? And we do our things. Bro, would you like to read? This is
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
It's long. All right. Slide this thumbnail to the side so that, just in case people want to see it as we're going in on it, right? All right, let me turn the volume down here.
I'm gonna go so that we can let me see. Can you back out a little bit? I want to see how long it is.
Of course. I mean, well,
we could go paragraph to paragraph if you want.
All right, that's fine. And I'm thinking we can actually stop before we can just do this one page. Because what I'm thinking, what we can do, even if there's some, because even if there's some words, hey man, let's go into etymology on that. We can just take this page for page. I mean, if we want, it seems like it's 4 pages. I mean, if you want, over the next 4 Fridays, we can go page for page, bro, and really analyze this because Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he said the Constitution of 1774. And this is what we're analyzing, right? And it has not been changed. So it's very interesting. And then the words in it, bro, you know how we've been just going in, man. You, I, and the rest of our brothers in the firm, our astrology firm, have been really not playing with our jurisprudent exercises. Like we are really fit. You know what I'm saying? Like going in. So we can really stop at the word indigo and analyze, you know what I mean? Stop there and then go into the chart and just kind of analyze just from off of page 1 what we're seeing. That's what my plan is, so we can keep it brief, short, and then not belabor and getting to the AstroLiteracy Comprehension Conference because we already know, man, we be working overtime, you know what I mean, when it comes to our divine and national movement, when it comes to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, guys. We're like literally on Zoom every day since the 12th, and I'm not exaggerating. Mm-hmm. I am not exaggerating. Since the 12th
Turning up on a holy day.
Super turning up on a holy day, man. All right. My beloved in whom I'm well pleased, R. Muhammad Bey, I'm going to yield while I briefly type and text over here in the chat. All right. Islam, bro.
Islam, courtesy of RV Bey Publications. The Articles of Association October 20, 1774. All right, we got the little feather in the scroll in the circle over there. All right, just analyzing here. We, comma, His Majesty's most loyal subjects, the delegates of the several colonies of New Hampshire or New Hampshire, Massachusetts Bay or Massachusetts Bay, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, the three lower counties of Newcastle, well, that was pretty specific, Kent and Sussex on Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, deputed to represent them in a Continental Congress held in the city of Philadelphia on the 5th day of September, 1774, avowing our allegiance to His Majesty, our affection and regard for our fellow subjects in Great Britain and elsewhere, affected with the deepest anxiety and most alarming apprehensions at those grievances and distresses with which His Majesty's American subjects are opposed. And having taken under our most serious deliberation the state of the whole continent, find that the present unhappy situation of our affairs is occasioned by a ruinous system of colony administration adopted by the British ministry about the year 1763, evidently calculated for enslaving these colonies, and with them, the British Empire. I'm gonna stop right there. I was gonna say, can we do the etymology of deputed?
Yeah, I think it's like deputed is almost like deputy. However,
Deputed.
Do what you asked. No. I definitely want to do what you asked. So let's actually go here. Let's look it up.
Right? Look it up.
And even though it says appoint delegate, just like a deputy, like I was thinking.
Deputized, basically.
Yeah, let me still, copy that. Let's actually go to here, right? And let's look for, okay, there's etymon online right there, right? Let's hit paste and let's hit search. So depute. All righty, I yield to you, beloved brothers, unless you want me to read it.
Y'all got it. It's all good.
Islam.
Depute, verb. Mid 14th century, deputin, to appoint, assign as a substitute or agent. As a substitute, interesting, right?
Vicar.
From Old French deputer, 14th century. From late Latin departure or departere.
Deputare.
Deputare. Destined, allowed. In classical Latin, to esteem, consider as. Literally, to cut off, prune. From di or de, away, si de plus pater or puter.
Putare.
To think, count, consider. Literally, to cut, prune. From Proto-Indo-European root, pau, to.
Yeah,
to
second.
Cut.
Yeah, that's the second sense of that word. Yeah.
Islam. To cut, strike, stamp. Meaning assign to a deputy is from early 15th century. I really think that's the sense that they're using it in 1774.
However, we know that its root is more, instead of the early 1400s, And we're looking at the middle of the 1300s, where it's like, you know, sub, sub, and just substitute. We need to cut off this, you know, right here and prune it and put it here. Because, you know, consider is with the stars. Right? What consider is so cut away from with the stars or away from being with the stars. Interestingly, the Sharif has usually a star, right?
Right.
So they're the ones are cut away. They're like the clones. When you prune something and try to clone the plant. What was you about to say, bro?
I was about to say that they call them deputies too.
Exactly. Right? They do die. Right? So those is what they were saying that it's rooted from the prefix day and Indo-European root pow, right? It's almost like pause. It's missing the S and the E, right? Interesting. Pretty sure that's what it would be, right? And as we're looking at it, saying, you know, because day is like of, away from, off, right? It's just like DE, AP, OF, all those are basically pertaining to or away from, right? Down from, right? To prune, you know, when you prune something like, you know, you see your trees or your plants and they start getting yellow leaves, brown leaves, so you cut them away, or like a Buddhist monk pruning away at a bonsai tree, right? So very interesting and excellent, brother R. Excellent question, right? They even brought a deputación, all right? To appoint or authority to represent or another or others. Need no representatives when you're impropria persona sui juris, right? When you can really stand for yourself and really be yourself. You know, don't cut away, don't cut off from, you know, your ancient foremothers and forefathers mindset, because that actually has consequences that you think you're going to avoid, but you're not. Just want to put that out there. Does anybody think they're avoiding not declaring and proclaiming their nationality? Just going to keep it a whole band with you. Don't argue with me. Just know that you're arguing with prophet over your. That's all. All righty. I yield the floor to you, beloved brother. Islam.
Yep. In prosecution of which system, various acts of parliament have been passed for raising a revenue in America, for depriving the American subjects in many instances of the constitutional trial by jury. That's funny. Not funny that, but it's funny that they're still doing that today. Yeah. Exposing their lives to danger by directing a new and illegal trial beyond the seas for crimes alleged to have been committed in America. And in prosecution of the same system, several late, cruel, and oppressive acts have been passed respecting the town of Boston, with regard to the town of Boston, and the Massachusetts Bay, and also an act for extending the province of Quebec, right?
Or Quebec, some people would say.
So as to border on the western frontiers of these colonies, establishing an arbitrary government therein, and discouraging the settlement of British subjects in the wide extended country, thus by the influence of civil principles and ancient prejudices, to dispose the inhabitants to act with hostility against the free Protestant colonies whenever a wicked ministry shall choose to direct them.
They're saying choose. We can look that up actually, because it might say archaic when we go to look it up. It's definitely choose, and we'll look it up actually.
Choose. I thought it was choose for a second.
Pardon me. I think it's asking me to find it. I didn't mean to find it. Look up. That's what I meant to hit. So let's just copy it and going back here. So that's Monline. Let's see if it'll even recognize that archaic spelling for choose. Look at that. Looky, Astro Cookie. Let's see if it actually shows up here. Does the CHUSE show up? Let's see. Choose to go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. Interessante. And it's going with goose. Choose to taste. That's interesting because taste has the same etymological root as tax from the Latin taxare, which is very interesting to see that to taste and to choose is coming up. So maybe like to taste like to your preference.
Right, indeed. To your liking.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Very, very.
Because choosing something is a choice. And when you make choices, you typically tend to make them according to your preference.
Correct. Absolutely. Right?
Taste to choose.
So yeah, let's see actually if I can actually find CHUSE and let's hit go. See, I was right. An archaic spelling of choose. And I know I've seen it before. I just wanted to actually, put it on the record that that's what it is, right? So here we are now, coming back here, and I will
back to the document at hand. So wicked ministry shall choose so to direct them. Whoa, what just happened?
What happened?
I just lay down. Hold on, let me see. It just lay down. How did that happen? All right. Oh, because he's in the water, I guess. All right, cool. I just lay down. I'm like, yeah. All right. To obtain redress of these grievances, which threaten destruction of the lives, liberty, and property of His Majesty's subjects in North America, we are of opinion that a non-importation, non-consumption, and non-exportation agreement faithfully adhered to will prove the most speedy, effectual, and peaceable measure. And therefore, we do for ourselves and the inhabitants of the several colonies whom we represent firmly agree and associate under the sacred ties of virtue, honor, and love of our country as follows. Number one, that from and after the first day of December next, we will not import into British America from Great Britain or Ireland any goods, wares, that's the spices.
Yes, it is. The wares are the spices, man. Yeah.
Or merchandise whatsoever, or from any other place, any such goods, wares, or merchandise, as shall have been exported from Great Britain or Ireland, nor will we after that day import any East India tea from any part of the world, nor any molasses, syrups, panellies, coffee, or pimento.
Which is pepper, obviously.
From the British plantations or from Dominica, nor wines from Madeira, or the Western Islands, nor foreign indigo.
Man, like, man, what do you think about what you just read, beloved brother? Like, seriously, what do you think you just read? Should I come back to the top so you can kind of just like briefly put your eyes on certain portions, certain parts, give your comment?
It sounded like they was making a record in regards to what was going on. with, between different corporations and body politics, right? And in regards to trade and commerce, sounds like they wasn't having it, man. Like they was like, they didn't want to trade with certain people anymore because of all this craziness going on with these people trying to enslave each other, so on and so forth.
I mean, yes, I just want to look up real quick. Let's look up Peyton Randolph real quick. Just you can keep going. It just hit my mind, man. Let's just look up Peyton Randolph.
Of course, Peyton Manning pops up first.
I know, right? Jesus Christ! Look, he's a Virgo. All right. Of a founding father in the United States, was a planter in the colony of Virginia and a member of Virginia's wealthiest and most powerful family. Randolph served as Speaker of Virginia's House of Burgesses, president of the first two Virginia conventions, and president of the first Continental Congress. Looky, Astro Cookie. Here's more proof that there were presidents before George Washington. Hey, yo. Oh, I love it. I love it. You know how else we know? Because you got to get to the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, where you actually see George Washington gives his letter to the Sultan talking about running off on the plug. And he mentions a late Congress prior to him. How George Washington mentioning a late Congress.
I was just gonna say that, bro. You read my mind.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, how is he mentioning a late Congress? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Guys, I'm gonna put this in here so you guys can research, especially for those of you that just think you're so savvy with law and stuff. It's like, remember, law in times past, contemporarily termed history, cannot be separated, or you're not really being, being one who studies jurisprudence, because you must have both of them. They cannot be separated, or you yourself are a seditious, insurrecting criminal. All right, just putting it out there. So with that being said, guys, just wanted to show you some things. Yo, it's just like lucky, Astro Cookie. All right, so let me come back to the beginning to finish letting Brother R move out of way, just kind of giving his commentary, man. I mean, look, they said, hey, first of all, these are some Majesty's loyal subjects that are talking. And not only are they loyal subjects, they're delegates pertaining to the several clown towns, the several colonies, right? So they're subjects under who's the Majesty at this time? Would it be George III? Let's see. Curious. I'm just curious. Let's see. When was King George III's tenure? Let's see. Let's do 1, 2, 3. I want to see it from RV Bay, though. I want to see George III from RV Bay.
That's put a D instead of G, bro.
Oh, pardon me. Geord. Search. Let's see. Is there oh, look. The most sacred majesty, King George III. Look, no, see, this is who Abraham Lincoln was trying to mimic. Yeah, that's a brother. Looks almost like our beloved brother Musa Bey, and my brother Jarrell Musa Bey, right? almost looks like him. Yeah, and that's in the museum in London, right? Interessante, right? What does it say there? Source of King George III photo used in this website. Look at him, man. That man's got that's definitely not a pale skin. That's not one of our sons or or daughters. So it says some have inquired as to the authentication of this depiction of King George III. We provide here The source, as the Science Museum of London Exhibition Road, London, SW72DD, United Kingdom, we are aware of the hidden truth pertaining to history, particularly in the North American schools and institutions, especially corporate state public school curriculums. The full article we posted regarding this photo can be found on What's New page associated with Declaration of Independence. Looky. I wonder if the majesty that these colonized, these colony delegates that are deputed, I wonder whose power there. Oh, it must be this Moor right here. Yo. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Yo, I love it when people think that they can avoid the people really knowing history and law. And here we come along being sincere students and going, so you might want to, you want to tell us again why you're avoiding making sure that the people know that declaring and proclaiming their nationality is paramount for justice. You can sit here and think all you want, oh, I can make people do this and get this result. There is a divine consequence that's going to happen. And like I said, we show up in different, places that, pertain in the study, and we do our best to warn people gently. We really do. We do our best to warn people gently, like, hey, you might want to stop saying that you're sealing your fate. But hey, we can't force you to make those changes. At least it won't be us forcing you to make changes. All right. So yeah, choose what you may. So yeah, these people are, okay, no, I didn't fairly check that. Let's see, because we know they whitewashed King George. I'm sorry, no, not actually whitewashed. That's what they call it. They made him look pale, right? Because pale means black. Black and pale is the same thing, right? Let's make sure, because we don't want any of our pale-skinned sons and daughters getting upset. So let's actually look up the word black and prove that if you're pale-skinned, you're a black person, right? Because I don't want anybody to think, oh, Brother Hasan's mean. He's mean. Is that not the word pale right there? Did I not just highlight the word pale? Did I not just do it? Black denotes pale. So the real black people are our pale-skinned sons and daughters. I'm not being rude. I'm not being mean. I just think that you guys are getting your kind of like a divine warning here. So you might want to stop avoiding what you really need to have in your life. And that's called, what's that word? It starts with a T, ends in Ruth. Truth, that's what it is. Want to stop avoiding the truth because you want to have things convenient, might not want to do that. So all the people that have copper tone skin, those are actually Americans. And those that don't have the copper tone skin that are here, not only is your status black, but your skin is black because it's pale. Don't be mad at me. Okay, I'm not etymology. I'm just your brother. I'm Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey. Don't be mad at Brother Ara. Don't be mad at any other brothers pertaining to Seven Hill Star Astrology Firm. All we do is study sincerely and share sincerely. Your anger is your anger. So you might want to beat yourself. It's just like liar, liar. So it's like, I'm kicking my own ass. I get it, Jim Carrey's character, so it is what it is. Jesus Christ. Just wanted to put that out there. All righty. So don't be mad. Am I out of order, brothers? I'm open for correction.
Just studying etymology, what they're gonna say.
Goodness gracious, some people just maybe hate the truth. Oh, look, I still didn't do it. Let's see, when was King George III king? We could actually check the regnal years in the back of Henry Campbell Black's Law Dictionary. It looks like regnal years, but we can check the regnal years. Right? Let's see. Yep, I knew I was right. So everybody was under George III, you know what I mean? And of course, look how they made him look all pale, bro. Unless my powdered wig and made his face look like that to the point where you can't see his beard and his fro. You know what I'm saying?
Where'd he get that gear from, though? Where'd he get that garb from?
We already know because it's a real Moor under that pale face and powdered wig.
This is some Scooby-Doo shit right here. They're gonna pop off his whole head. It's gonna be a mask.
Exactly. Now look when the reign was, right? And we're analyzing the Articles of Association 1774, which is 14 years into his reign. Do you see that? It's actually 5 days away because the 20th October 1774 is when this was at Philadelphia. All righty. So let's not get mad.
Wait, hold on. Go back to the document. What year was the document? 17 what?
1774, October 20th, 1774. So it was about to be the 14th year pertaining to his reign. Mm-hmm. The real King George. The Moor, not that pale skin painting there. Now again, no offense. I think everyone needs to know the truth, so everyone really knows what their position is. Because isn't an American the various copper tone beings founded by early European settlers? Like, let's really look it up. Let's just go, because again, we're not being mean. We embrace our sons and daughters. If you're pale skin, you're a son or a daughter. Don't be mad. Embrace who you are. All righty. Noah Webster's dictionary, right? Let's just spell it on out. Noah Webster's dictionary, 1828. Boom, right? And let's just type in the word American, right? And hit the return button there. See, the adjective says what? Pertaining to America. Okay, now that's the adjective. However, the noun is a native of America, none of which are pale skin. Again, no offense. Let's tell the truth. In order for you to, pardon me?
Originally applied to who?
The Aboriginals or copper colored races, copper tone races, found, which means they already existed. Hey, where are my keys at? I lost my, oh, there they go. Well, I left them, but I thought I lost them. Look, I found my keys, which means it's not like the keys have gotten, I'm keys. I'm going to grow some feet and I'm just going to run away from my appointment and assignment to open up doors. No, that's not what the keys did. The keys were there the whole time. You just had no idea or no cognizance pertaining to where the keys have been the whole time.
So that means if we go back to that document, the Articles of Association, it puts more context on who they're talking about. Oh, they talked about certain colonies, and then they talked about certain subjects, American subjects versus the, let's see.
That's because the slaves were the pale skins. The slaves weren't Kunta Kinte and all that was depicted in Roots and Amistad. Give us free. It was only our pale skinned sons and daughters. Mm-hmm. They are the slaves. That's why most of them come from Slavic countries. Slav, S-L-A-V, which means slave. It's okay. Don't get upset. Know your role and shut your mouth, jabroni. No, I'm kidding. That's not, I don't mean that. What I'm saying is, guys, we got to be serious, because the reason why you're having problems with the climate, there are things going on, in the planet, maybe even your health, is because you're really not being yourselves for real. And I know some people, head may explode. You want to see my face? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't let your head explode. Do not spontaneously human combust here, you all. We just, we're having fun with what we're saying. However, overall, seriously, like, guys, this was really what it is. You cannot ignore this. All right.
When they say British Empire, mm-hmm. They're talking about the Moorish Empire that they want to call the British Empire.
Mm-hmm. The Republic is a cute little term for when Moorish sons were having sex with pale-skinned daughters, and we had harems then, obviously. Well, I don't know if it was me, because I only love my Moabite mothers. So you know, there are, but we're all family. One mother's breast have given us suck. I'm just saying that there was some code or law pertaining to nature that was actually broken. So the Republic was a means for our Albion sons and daughters to have a little bit of refuge to try to get away from their unhappy situation pertaining to their affairs occasioned by a ruinous system of colony administration. I'm just saying, don't be mad at, look, believe nothing that I, Brother Aura, or anyone else pertaining to sevenhillstar.com astrology firm are presenting in this moment in time. Research it yourself, try to prove it wrong. And when you prove it right, teach your loved ones so that you guys want peace on this planet. You really want things to really go back to paradise. Then you need to be back in your position where you belong. All of us. So those copper toned beings, the true Americans, right? You got to stop acting like Black people. You're not pale skins. All right. It's not your nature. And all you pale skinned sons and daughters falsely calling yourselves American because you can never be American. Ever. No matter how much you say, yes, I am. I'm just as American as apple pie. No, daughter and son. No, you're Black. All righty. Let's just be fair. All righty. No, Brother Hassan's not a bigot. All righty. I'm not, Clayton Bigsby. I'm not a, Moorish white supremacist, even though I and my brothers, we are white. That's our status. We're white. White means purity. Purity means God. God means ruler of the land. Period. So even those of you that may come and see this from the jurisprudence channel, know that we're doing this in love. And I've always been sharing things in love. However, it's a learning curve for you, because you just may be emotionally tied to some things that you probably are now going to reconsider. Do not consider suicide, though. You're just going to have to transition accordingly. And don't go and harm anyone else. All righty. So, Brother Aura, I yield the floor to you, my beloved brother, whom I love, please. Because we're almost complete. I just wanted you to get, that, and then I can bring up the chart. And we can just go in. So is there anything else you want to share here, brother?
No, take notice of how it was Massachusetts Bay. That's interesting to see. Massachusetts Bay, right? With an A, of course. What else did I I noticed that they were saying that they're being deprived in many instances of the constitutional trial by jury. And now they got state legislature that says, that they're allowed to make bill of attainder, commonly referred to as traffic tickets or citations, wherein they tell you waive your right to trial. Matter of fact, they're making court rules telling you that that's how it's supposed to be or stuff like. That's just crazy. Like, that's just crazy. And that's really why it was put in the Constitution that the trial by jury shall not be deprived of. You won't be deprived.
Because when you're talking about the Constitution, this is the first one. Remember, we just got finished reading a portion in the Divine Warning where Prophet Noble Ali speaks about the Constitution pertaining to 1774. Hey, look, this is it. This is it. We're not even going to complicate it.
And then look, you can even see in the beginning of the next paragraph, that's the first Bill of Rights right there. To obtain redress of these grievances, which threaten destruction to the lives, liberty, and property of His Majesty's subjects in North America. Not in the United States.
That's why I say all the time when people say, oh, well, aren't you in the United States? Actually, no, I'm not in the United States. I'm actually on my ancestral estate here at North America, because North America is international, whereas United States is some domestic colony mindset that I'm not a part of, because I don't descend from subjects from my cousin. That's my cousin. King George III is our cousin. So I'm not his subject. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's been a family feud, guys. No Steve Harvey. It's just really been a family feud, though. You know, it just really, really has. And what we need to get over is ignoring history and law. You cannot ignore this. You're only going to make your conditions worse. And you're going to make those that come from your children, their children, and their children's children. They really are going to, you guys want to make it hard for those beings. You're going to make it really, really hard, right? So with that being said, really allow yourselves to really, you want to just, oh yeah, I can do this and write this and get people out of this. Okay. All right. That's only going to last but so long, because there's things that are going to happen to prove to you that you are that knee is going to bow and that tongue is going to confess. All right. I'm just saying, be not mad at us. We are actually your life raft providers. Reject the life raft if you will. We see you drowning. Seriously. All right. Anything else, brother, before I bring up the actual astrology to this actual document?
I was actually going to say we should look at that right now and see if there's any indications of like slavery or something like that.
Indeed, right? So looky, Astro cookies, right? Very.
What was confinement again? That's Pluto?
Confinement can be Pluto, more Neptune-ish, which is Neptune is, it's funny because Neptune, right? If we look at two charts, Neptune is opposite Neptune, bro. Like they're freaking like 180 right now, because Neptune in the Articles of Association is in Virgo, so it would like be having a debilitated energy, whereas Neptune now is transiting retrograde 23 degrees Pisces, right? And then Mercury, retrograde Mercury is poised. Like, bro, do you see? Like, we can't make this up, bro. We can't make this up. And Mercury is so trine retrograde Pluto and the Articles of Association's Pluto. Like, bro, like, I'm trying to tell you, bro, this is a very interesting look at. All righty. And it's interesting that we're going over this while the moon is currently transiting at 11 degrees Sagittarius within the Articles of Association 1774's 11th house. It's just some things, you know what I mean? Some things that are just very interesting to see, right? So yeah, we can see that this was definitely dealing with justice in some way, shape, form, because Saturn and Venus are both in Libra. Saturn's exalted in Libra, and Venus is dominant in Libra. All right. So just 6 degrees away, well beyond being combusted by the sun. So both Saturn and Venus on this day, during right before sunrise, can be seen. They were both technically morning stars, as they would call it, mooring stars, right? So what I see even right here, right?
The outer wheel is set to today's date.
Yes, I'll actually refresh it one more time.
That's pretty cool. Okay, cool. Interesting. So this is the progression, like a progress chart, basically.
It could be looked at that in that way. You could go to an ephemeris and see how many days past we are, because 1774 to 1974 is 200 years. Right? So then 84, 94, 04, 24 would be 240 years. So we're actually at 230 years right now. All righty. So we could go and look at an ephemeris for 1774 and look at 238 days after, right? So we could actually probably even just calculate that in our heads. All righty. So we know it's not 365 days. So if we were to subtract, right, 238 from 365, we would probably have the date. Do you get what I'm saying? Because all we would have to do is take that difference and subtract it from October 20th, and we would be there. So if I was to take 365 and subtract 238, that would be 35, but add 3 more, be 32. So we're about 32 days away. Hold on, let me make sure I actually said that properly. Hold on. 65, right? 240 would be another 60. So that's 120. So 122 days, which is 3 months, 4 months, and 2 days. So this is the 10th month. Go back 4 months, it will be the 6th month. So that's June 20th. So about June 18th. June 18th, 1775 would be the progression chart. And we could actually do that. I could bring up let's see, could I do that? Give me 2 seconds to think about that. Let me come right here and make sure I don't bring up the sensitive chart real quick. Brother Sean is with us. Oh, okay, that's just Stephen King's chart right there. So I'll just bring it back and we can do it all there. Brother Sean, man, come on in on this, man. I know you've been listening. I heard your bell come. I heard your bell ding when you came in, man. You want to get in? You want to get up on this? You want to get in on this? I know you've been listening, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring up a progress chart though. So let's actually let's share the content here. And I said what? Approximately June 18th, 1775 would be the progress chart, right? Just by calculating, because to get from 238 to 365, that's 60 plus 65, right? Hold on. 60 plus 65 is 125. So really 127 days. So let's go from June 20th to June 13th. Would that be correct? June 13th, I think, would be a more accurate correct calculation. I'm doing that off my head. You guys know, you can fucking check me.
It's not June 13th, bro. It's Juneteenth, bro.
Wow, you think it's Juneteenth? Wow. You think it's Juneteenth?
No, I was just joking.
Freaking amazing, bro.
What if it is though? That would be hilarious.
That would be freaking amazing. So let's actually do, let's edit the chart, right? And let's actually go here. And let's just do a June, right? 13. Let's do a 1775. And let's just set this for noon, right? And let's just call this the Articles Association Progress. All right, so this will be Articles Association, right? 17, progress. Let's just do progressed. Well, we can still say 17, right? 74, progressed, right? And we'll set it for, still do Philadelphia, right? And we'll also do Pennsylvania. Right. All right. No, man, we always tell the truth, man. Sometimes people just foolishly try to backlash with things. We're not concerned about that, man. The only thing we're doing is providing our affirmations here and just moving forward. All right. Did I not do that? Let me do this one more time. So I want to make sure. Oh, it stopped. The screen share stopped. When did it stop, y'all? Let's try this one more time. I'm going to edit the chart. And let's do Articles Association. All right. Is that right? I mean, you know what? You know what I can do? Instead of doing all that, this is what I will do. I'll just hit subsidiary chart. So let me go here, chart 2, bring up the Articles of Association. All right. Make this transits. All right. Here and now. Let's try this one more time. Come back here. Let's do a screen share. All right. Boom, shut up. Like a TikTok, I don't stop it. Right? All right. So Articles of Association. However, let's do a subsidiary chart, right? And do secondary progressions, right? And that looks about right. Let's hit go, right? I just wanted you guys to be able to see what date it is. So you can see what date it is, because it should tell you that it's June 13th, but that's what we're going to do because it's, 238 years later. So day for a year type of energy. And there we go, right? Back and hit that there, right? So let's slide that to the side. Okay, so now we're looking at the progress chart, right? Interessante. Man, oh man, oh man. Do you see how the ascendant, it puts Jupiter, it puts Saturn, right? The progressed Saturn is technically in the 12th, right? For the progress chart, secondary progress chart. Putting Venus in the 1st, man. I think this is why we're even talking about this right now, man. Right now, the transiting midheaven is from near Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. It's so hitting the progressed Pluto. Bro, are you seeing this? Like, this is really amazing to see. And by sign, Saturn is transiting Saturn is trying the secondary progressed and the natal Saturn, right? Because we know they're slow moving planets, right? Interesting how progressed Luna is second from its natal position, right? Sun is working its way to being the secondary progressed Sun is almost sextile to the moon, natal moon. Yeah, man. The midheaven. Do you see how the secondary progressed midheaven is conjunct the descendant? Am I the only one seeing this? I can't be the only one seeing this, guys. Brothers, are you there? Are we on the air? Y'all almost made me look at my speaker. Make sure my speaker ain't turned off. Look at this, man. The freaking progressed Mercury and Lilith are conjunct just 3 arc minutes away. Yo, Look, guys, again, like I said, don't be mad at us. All we do is actually, the right thing. That's what it is. That's what we're doing. The right thing. We're being consistent. We're not package selling Moors. People had asked us to do certain things, and we have found our best way to bring things to you that you guys need, as well as making sure you guys, you really do need to kind of like sign up for things. Let me save these things, man. Get your mirror session from us. Get your, mental magician report. Like, and the other things that we offer are 7 year stuff, get the things that you need. All righty.
Slime.
Be you willant, which is will not be disappointing. That secondary progress north node, man, in Leo, right? In the 8th house. So yeah, some things that are going to be revealed pertaining to the values in relating these things, right? Right. So remember, the Articles of Association 1774, they're Capricorn ascendant. And their ascendant ruler is exalted in Libra in the 9th house, guys. So I guess let's just take away a few of these levels so you guys can see this, right? So you can really see this. Let's just look at the character of the Articles of Association. Right now, we just looked at with the other 2 levels. Why are we even talking about it? And the reason why we're actually even talking about it is because it's time to really unveil what the people think they know nothing about. However, a lot of people's spirit are going to, like, what's ever in them, whoever they are in these new bodies in this lifetime, that you guys are going to awaken to some things and simply remember, like, holy shit, I thought I was going to avoid this. And then she's like, nope. Abracadabra, snap. And now you're snapped out of your dead hypnosis. And now you're back to, yep, this is that karmic debt you got to kind of finish. That karmic obligation. I yield, Brother Sean, because Brother Sean is analyzing like a mug over there, man.
I'm just looking at that Mercury ruling at 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury has Scorpio too. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mars is in Leo, ruling the 11th and the 10th. Moon is exalted, ruling over Mars. And Venus is exalted. Venus is dominant. Bro, this document is so litty.
It's like, yeah, if you don't know how to read, you ain't gonna get it.
Exactly, bro. And it's so beautiful to actually see, like, yo.
And the Sun and Mercury is in that 15 Libra to 15 Scorpio.
So it's in the
I mean, I can't even think of it right off the rip.
Yeah, the way that's like, ooh, don't be there. It's so horrible because it's not within the Milky Way. It's that part of the Milky Way that's separated. Ooh. Yeah, man. Yeah. So interesting to look at this. And the sun being there in that portion of Libra, however, under Mercury's dispositorship, while Mercury is ruling over that, the sun actually there under Mercury's rulership is ruling over Leo, which is the North Node, and Neptune. All right. Remember, Neptune answers the question, who is he? And Uranus answers the question, why is he and what's his purpose? And then Saturn and Uranus are both, along with the white moon Selene. You notice how white moon Selene is conjunct Regulus? Because Regulus around this time had to be about 28, 29 degrees-ish. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's been quite a couple 72 years. But, you know, every 72 years, the fixed stars appear to move 1 degree. So, you know, I ain't gonna front, even if you wanted to share a chart on this, because I know you have, I have this iPad version. I know you got the actual full, you know, MacBook version of this, bro. If you want to bring it up, bro. Articles of Association 1774, and I'll yield the screen share to you, Brother Sean, so we can really look at some of those fixed points. like, yo, I mean, I know I can bring them up too, but I know you already got it set, bro. And so it's like, man, like, bro, because, you know, I didn't even bother to bring up Sirius this time. I'm like, I could have brought up Sirius, but let's really look at this, man. Seriously, man. Like, for us to even be discussing this document, going behind the scenes, even revealing and speaking on how it is what it is, man. I mean, what can you do? What can't you do? And what you can do is tell the truth. What you can't do is lie about it. It's a very spiritual document, and it's headed towards making sure it's serving someone. And I think at this point in time, like, yeah, everybody within earshot and eyeshot of what it is that we're presenting. Is, I mean, yeah, you could not like astrology and, you know, not really pay attention to what you learned in Photoshop about round objects being flat the closer you up on them. That's, hey, that has nothing to do with me. All I'm going to say is we're your brothers, we're your sons. To the Moabite mothers, we're your sons. To the pale skin, we're your father. Respectfully, not being me. And we're bringing you that which you need. All righty. And the 7 sages always come together, you know, every major cycle or so to really see how far the people have progressed. You know, you can't really be upset with what it is that we're sharing with you all. Eventually, you're gonna have to do what it do. So, you ready, Brother Sean?
Indeed.
Or am I pushing too hard?
Let me see. There we go.
About to be a Chiron return. It already had a Chiron return. Pluto's return. It's a Pluto return for this is so amazing. Venus return happening.
Goodness.
Soon to be embarking on a Uranus return, because you know Uranus stays in the sign for 7 years. During its 84-year cycle. And I just want to bring it up, and then we can yield the floor because I know we need to get some treats in, and then we're going to go on the BPHS. All righty, we're going to go in on that. All right, I think we're only just going to look at number 1 for it. I'm really just going to go. We're going to move slow with it because it's like, yo, let's really analyze the BPHS, the Bria Parashara Shastra, and just really see, you know, the beauty in how it's written. Give us some time to look at the etymology of some words and analyze some things. I think that's kind of what I want to focus on before we get into solar arcs. You ready for me to let go of the share, bro, or you gonna let me know? I know you'll let me know. I can kind of almost see in your specs, bro.
Yeah, whenever y'all ready, bro.
All right, so there I go. Let me do this. And I yield to you, beloved brother.
Jesus Christ.
Where's Regulus? I just want to see where Regulus is. Okay, it was at 26. Wow. Okay, so I was off about that. I was 29 degrees Virgo. So forgive me, I was loud and wrong. So it was actually semi-sextile Regulus. So yeah, man, there's a little growth opportunity there when it comes to White Moon Selene being at 29 degrees Virgo. So let me correct myself. And again, I don't have any pride anyway. I'm too cool to fucking be embarrassed. So it's actually excellent to actually see that it's a semi-sextile away from Regulus, actually. So that's freaking perfect. And we see Joseph and Mary right there, right? Arcturus is the star in Boots, and Spica is the star in Virgo, right? So the quote unquote biblical Joseph and Mary. That's what that is. Because we know that everything in these holy books are not actual happenings. It's just poetic fiction that's veiling astro-Masonic fact. And I know a lot of people can't handle it because, you know, sometimes people just get angry and they're angry in their response. But guys, we're here to be loved. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And, you know, we're just here taking our course. All right. So, man, that part of victory in Regulus Square? Goodness gracious.
Jesus Christ.
Vega and Sirius.
Spirit trying to sun.
You said, say what again?
Spirit trying to sun.
Yes. Easy. And Athena Palas. So yeah, man, when it came to that ninth house, man, this is definitely a foreign affairs document, man. And it's definitely on some like judge and executioner type stuff, man. So you can really see that, you know, Peyton Randolph, who's the president pertaining to this Continental Congress during this time, right, is obviously in some way, shape, or form is appealing to, you know, the majesty who's ruling over this. So even when people are looking at so-called, oh, Elizabeth just transitioned, it's some more. And yeah, then you go back and really study about Mataoka, who is biblically referenced as Rivka or Rebecca, which is still astro-Masonic fact more than actual, you know, someone. It's just the character, the anthropomorphized character is Rebecca. But you guys may know her as Pocahontas, and you remember the story goes she takes on two Albion sons, and then there's a son that she has that basically gets taken from her and taken to, you know, across the pond there near what they call London. Yeah, guys, do your research. Remember, believe nothing we said. Try to prove it wrong by researching it yourself. And when you prove it right, teach your loved ones. Don't hurt anything. Don't hurt yourself or anyone else. So being a Capricorn rising, this chart with its chart ruler exalted in Libra just really speaks to me that, you know, that this is something that is meant to be fair. Woo! Jesus Christ, on Jupiter's terms and Saturn on its own terms, bro. Are you freaking kidding me, bro? And Mercury is the ninth house ruler. While Venus is in Mercury's terms, and where's Mercury again? Mercury, yo, they're in mutual reception by term, bro. That. Which means that Mercury, man, is doing pretty good there in Scorpio. And because that's why it's a document revealing all of the harsh things that they're going through. It's being brought on high to the tippy top, while Mercury is culminating the midheaven on its way to culminating the midheaven. Right? Guys, I mean, this is how you really analyze history, because you cannot separate the astrology from it. As you know, it's a lot of people out there who minds may be going through some things about astrology. However, I mean, you're not going to sit here and overthrow what our ancient foremothers and forefathers have been doing to rule this planet. You know, you got to do the right thing. Be good people. You know, don't hate on astrology, because if you do, you can't celebrate any anniversaries of any business or business venture or website you may have.
Literally,
you can't celebrate that, because you can't even talk about days or months or years, because that's all astrological. What, you're paying attention to a calendar? Why? Because calendars are for measuring where the planets are. Why would you do that if you don't believe in it and it's not real? Okay. We'll watch you deteriorate slowly but surely as you sit there in foolish belief, while we're being loving and saying, hey, stop abandoning the platform. Do not abandon the platform. Man, Brother Sean, I knew you was going to make it look even. I knew he was going to make it look even better, man. Good. And what's interesting is the fact that Regulus now is actually in Virgo. So the king must serve the people. So even right now, the spirit of that document should actually help the people more than it did then. Does that make sense? The 8th house Regulus. Wow. Ruled by a sun that is on Mars's terms. Do I got that right? Is it Mars's terms? Let's see.
Oh,
Terms.
I don't think it's in Venus terms.
It's in Venus terms?
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Got you. Wow. It's in, yo. Hey, man, I would almost be like hard pressed to believe that there wasn't some astrologer like, all right, do it now. Do it at this time when this works and this happens.
You got 15 minutes.
While the sun is in its so-called fall sign, where the sun does much better in Aries and the part of Eros, which is, I mean, in a lot of Eros, which is, or part of Eros, which is the lot of Venus, is in Aries. Are you fucking kidding me?
Islam, bro. I'm gonna yield in 10 minutes because I'm gonna make a trip in between our session. I gotta go catch the bus to go grab some food. But yeah, in 10 minutes, I'm gonna yield to do that, and then hopefully I could come back fast. It is 2 buses, but it's like 30 minutes or something like that each way.
Well, let's see. Brother Sean, would you like to yield to, man? We all get some victuals and then come back and get into the BPHS, or I mean, because like you said, 10 minutes. Would you like to give any of your wisdom, Brother Sean? I yield, man. I know I did quite a lot of talking. To just kind of, the reason why I did the talking, I did to get people out of their self-hate spirit, so they don't hate their ancient foremothers and forefathers and what has happened before them and rejecting it with, foolish poppycock.
That's that Mercury and Scorpio in the 10th. Rolling the 9th, yo. It's like, oh, yeah, it's just not a document. It just wasn't written just because. I mean, there was purpose behind it. Saturn's exalted, Venus, natural rulership. Even though it wasn't clear, because we know Mercury is definitely under the beams by the sun. But like I said, it's all justice and balance. So it's like one of those documents that was there first, but it might have took a little while for some to get, and Chiron's reflecting Venus. So it was definitely some painful communications made to balance out what was going on back then. And Neptune and Virgo, and it's direct, ain't even retrograde.
A loving balance in regards to higher learning.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Excelente. Excellent.
That's probably why, they're going in on a writ too. He was like, they're trying to enslave people. They're denying trials. They're doing it. So he's trying to balance out, you know what I mean? Love for the higher knowledge, like, yo, that's not how we get down. See, that stuff can only take place when the people are ignorant, man, or ignorant. Like, they can do a lot of things.
That just goes to show that some Moors here, the copper tone people here, just weren't in agreement with their cousin and their cousin's decision, because it's like, yo, this is why we even have constitutions for people that are visitors here on our land. The purpose of a constitution is to give rules to those who have the status pertaining to just solely status, because we have just singleness status. Jus sanguinis. I yield to my brothers. I yield.
Yeah, bro. Another thing I was going to point out was like the different parties in the Articles of Association, where they talk about, the American subjects, and they talk about the British subjects or whatnot, the colonial members or whatever. It's funny, like when you hear people these days, they'll say, like, just go along and get along. You know what I mean? You are a U.S. citizen. You are that. You know what I mean? Imagine back in the day, like you try to tell an American subject, like, you are a part of the British colony. Like, they wasn't trying to hear none of that. They had their self-determination, and you can't just like tell someone, you're this, when they know, when they know, you can't tell them nothing about it. You know what I mean? But if you don't know, you think I'm a descendant of a slave. I'm a descendant of slavery, ADOS. American descendants of slavery. But no, yeah, you could just see, like, there's different jurisdictions, obviously, in similar areas. I know a lot of people have difficulty understanding jurisdiction, right? Or you just use the word jurisdiction. Sovereign citizen. You can't even use legal terms or law terms anymore. Just anything you say. So yeah, it's interesting to see that.
I yield.
I'm about to yield. I gotta get ready to catch this bus. Islam.
All right, Islam, beloved brother, travel safely, and we look forward to our AstroLiteracy Comprehension Conference recording that we will be doing when you return, bro. Brother Sean, I'm leaving everything on you for us to end out. We still got to do the invocation out before we completely. So I'll leave it up to you, brother Sean.
It's mine.
All right, so let's do our invocation out, man. Let me go and share the screen. Man.
Yeah. I have a Lightning McQueen Happy Meal.
You do.
And I got Lightning McQueen on it.
Like the haircut.
That's nephew. What's up, Cash?
I'm gonna get that on my birthday.
You are.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nephew.
When you push those trucks, they move.
See that too.
I got another wiggly one.
You do.
Yeah, when it falls, when this one grows, when that one grows, we'll have to pull out this old too.
We sure is.
If it gets too small, we have to pull it out.
You still remember your plans? We're gonna go over them later.
Yeah, and tomorrow Grantson's gonna pick me up and take me to his house so I can play games on my two phones.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I
want
had
to
two
play
phones that Grandson because they got too little for him. Now he said his two phones are mine. The two phones.
Oh yeah,
now.
that's cool.
Yeah, and I can call you, my granny, just in case I forgot to bring something.
Okay.
Nephew was putting down all the itinerary of how it's about to go down. Like, you know what I'm saying? As it remind me, we're gonna shoot that duty tonight. I'm gonna have to see what's up. But Brother Jag, man, shoot this Call of Duty on the Call of Duty mobile, right? So let me just finish this here. Supreme honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, right? On the Facebook. I'm gonna tag you, Brother Sean, and our other brothers. Brother Corey too, right? Hit the done button there, and peace to you, right? So, bro, would you like to, or you would like me to? We can choose either one. Either I can.
A little hot.
Out, or you can do the invocation. I want you to get it together. Man said, I'm ready to cool off. It's a little toasted. Right. Would you like to do the invocation out, bro?
Oh, indeed. Ooh, that was hot.
So you had to cool off. Cool down. All right.
Man, it was like chilly, and then it got hot.
Indeed, bro. So again, you would like to do the invocation out, everyone. We're going to stand, and again, we're going to have 5 on the left, 2 on the right, all 5 appendages extended on the left hand, just the index and the middle finger on the right hand already extended. We're going to stand on the 45, just like Prophet Noble Drew Ali is standing there, and just below is our invocation out term, the Moorish American prayer. We can all repeat after Brother Sean Alim El Islam.
All right, and tangle. All right, Allah the Father of the universe.
Allah the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Peace.
Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide. And my salvation. By night and by day. Through his holy prophet. Drew Ali. I mean, I'm on. Whatever you like to say.
It's long, bro. Let me bring it on back here and stop the screen share, right? So we'd like to thank you all for joining us. We really had an amazing time with you all righty. And what I'm going to say here, guys, you can actually move this back. Guys, you can come on in a little later. We may go live on Instagram briefly just to get people to say, hey, we're about to go over the right, for our portion for the Astroliteracy Comprehension Conference. So we're going to go and get our victuals in. Brother Sean, you know I'm going to open the Zoom right back up. And I'm going to go and get my victual absorption on. So and enjoy that, bro. And then we can go.
I've been fasting today.
Oh, you are? Congratulations, bro. Indeed. I kind of just been eating nothing but fruit today, even though, you know, my baby made sure I had like a salad of some sort, some guacamole and some vegetables, beans and stuff. So I just been like fruit. And, you know, like dates is my new thing. But anyway, with that, bro, I want to just thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon for our Astroliteracy Comprehension Conference. And thank you to everyone else that was here and joined us. And thank you for interacting in the chat also. And I'm going to say my namaste. I am Brother Sean. Namaste. Islam. Peace and love.